progress report says we are now at stage three. Oh, stage three. Paragraph page 163.
Yes.
163. And our last head word was at the end of new word type of
Yes.
lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready? Here we go. Oh, your son is talking. Okay, here we go. Do you dress before washing? Do you dress before washing? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't
dress
dress before
before.
washing.
I wash
I
before.
wash before dressing.
Very good. What do we wash our hands with? What do we wash our hands with? We wash
We
our hands
wash with our hands with
with
soap and
and
water.
very good. What do we wash our hair with? What do we wash our hair with? We wash our
We
hair
wash our hair with
with
shampoo
shampoo and water.
and
Oh
water.
yeah, very good. Is it hot in Finland? Is it hot in Finland? No, it
No, it
isn't
isn't
hot.
hot in
In
Finland.
It's cold.
It's cool.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Very good. Is it warm in autumn? Is it warm in autumn? No, it isn't
No,
warm
it
in
isn't
autumn.
warm in autumn.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Very good. Is it hotter in winter than in summer? Is it hotter in winter than in summer? No, it
No, it
isn't
isn't
hotter
hotter
in winter
in
than
winter
in.
than in summer.
It's colder in winter.
It's cool.
It's
It's
colder
cool. Colder
in winter
in
than in
winter than
summer.
in summer.
Very good. What is one of the hottest countries in the world? What is one of the hottest countries in the world? India is
India
one of
is
the
one
hottest
of the
countries in the world.
hottest countries in the world.
Which is one of the coldest countries in the world? Which is one of the coldest countries in the world? Finland
Fin-
is one
Finland is
of
one
the
of the
coldest
coldest countries in
in
the
the
world.
very good. Is it as hot in Scandinavia as in Spain? Is it as hot in Scandinavia as in Spain? No, it isn't
No,
as
it
hot
isn't
in
as hot in
Scandinavia as in
Scandinavia as
Spain.
in Spain.
It's colder in
It's colder
Scandinavia
in
than
Scandinavia
in.
than in Spain.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're tasting
You
your
are
finger.
tasting with your finger.
Do you like the taste of tea without sugar? Do you like the taste of tea without sugar? Yes or no?
Yes, I like
The
the
taste of
taste of
tea
tea
without.
without sugar.
What do we taste with? What do we taste with? We taste
We
with
taste
our
with
tongue.
our tongues.
Very good. What's the difference between as many as and as much as? What's the difference between as many as and as much as? The difference
The
between
difference
as many
between as
as
much as
as
many and
as
as
much
much as
is that we
is that
use
we
as
use
many as
as
for
as
things
many as for
we
things
can
we
count
can
and as much
and
as
as much
for
as
things we can't count.
for things we can't count.
Wait, have I got as many fingers on my left hand as on my right? Have I got as many fingers on my left hand as on my right? Yes, you've
Yes,
got
you've
as
got
many
as
fingers
many
on your
fingers
left hand
on your left
as
hand
on your right.
as on your right.
Where do you eat as much food for dinner as you do for lunch? Do you eat as much food for dinner as you do for lunch? Yes or no?
Yes.
I eat.
No,
No, I don't
no,
eat
don't.
as much
I
food
don't eat as much
for
food
dinner as
for
I
dinner
do for lunch.
as I do for
I
lunch.
eat less food
I eat
for
less
dinner
food
than I
for dinner
do for
than
lunch.
I do
For
for
lunch.
lunch.
Very good. Have we got as many feet as fingers? Have we got as many feet as fingers? No, we
No, we
haven't got
haven't
as
got
many feet
as many
as
feet
fingers.
as
We've
fingers.
got fewer feet
We've got
than
fewer
fingers. Fewer
feet
feet
than
than.
fingers.
Very good.
Fewer.
Do you
Okay.
one more? Fewer feet than fingers.
Do
Fewer feet
ah fewer feet
than
than fingers.
fingers. Very good. Do you drink as much fruit juice as water? Do you drink as much fruit juice as water? No, I
No,
don't
I
drink
don't drink
as
as
much
much
fruit juice
as much fruit juice
as water.
as water.
I drink less fruit juice
I drink less fruit
than
juice
water.
than water.
Very good. Do you think you read as many books as your mother? Do you think you read as many books as your mother? Yes or no?
No,
I don't think
I don't
I
think
read
I
as
read
many
as
books
many
as my
books as
mother.
my
I
mother.
think I read
I
fewer
think
books.
I
I read fewer
fewer
books
books
than my
than my
mother.
mother.
Very good. Okay. Do you send cards to your friends at Christmas time? Do you send cards to your friends at Christmas time? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
send
don't
cards
send
to my
card to
friends
my
at
friends
Christmas time.
at Christmas time.
Do you send postcards to your friends and family when you go on holiday? Do you send postcards to your friends and family when you go on holiday? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
send
send
postcard
postcard
to my friends and
to
family
my friends and family
when I go
when
on holiday.
when I go on holiday.
When you go on holiday, do you take photos with a camera or with your phone? When you go on holiday, do you take photos with a camera or with your phone? When I go on holiday,
When I go
I
on
take
holiday,
photos
I take a photo
with
by
with
phone
with my
with
phone.
with my phone.
Very good. Okay, what's the opposite of send? What's the opposite of send? The
The
opposite
opposite of
of
send
send
is
is
receive.
receive. Very good. Do you receive more letters than emails? Do you receive more letters than emails? No,
No,
I
I
don't
don't
receive
receive more letters than
than. I
emails.
receive fewer
I
letters
receive fewer letters
than.
than emails.
Wait, can you email people from your mobile phone? Can you email people from your mobile phone? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
yes, I
can
can
email
email
people
people
from my.
from my mobile phone.
Wait, do you reply to all the emails you receive? Do you reply to all the emails you receive? No, I don't
No, I
reply
don't
to all
reply
the emails.
to all
To
emails
all the
I receive.
emails
No, all the
I
emails
receive,
I
I
receive.
only reply
I
to
only
some of
reply
them.
to some of them.
Do you generally contact your friends by texting them or by phoning them? Do you generally contact your friends by texting them or by phoning them? I generally
Like
contact
I generally
my
contact
friends by
my friends by phoning,
phoning them.
phoning them.
If you want to send somebody a quick message, do you write a text or an email? If you want to send somebody a quick message, do you write a text or an email? If I want
If
to
I
send
want to send
somebody a quick message,
somebody a quick
I write
message,
a text.
like a text.
Very good. What's the difference between a house and a flat? What's the difference between a house and a flat? The difference
The
between a
difference
house
between
and a
a
flat
house and
is
a
that
flat
a
is that
house is a
a
building,
house is a building,
whereas a flat
whereas a
is
flat
part of a building.
is part of a building.
What do we call a building which is divided into many flats? What do we call a building which is divided into many flats? We call a
We
building
call
which
the
is
building
divided
which is
into
divided
many flats,
into
a
many
block of
flats,
flats.
a block of
Do
flats.
you live in a house? Do you live in a house? Yes or no?
Yes, I
Do
live in a house.
Very good. Do most people in your country live in houses or flats? Do most people in your country live in houses or flats? Most people in my
Most
country
people in
live
my
in.
country live in flats.
How many floors are there in your building? How many floors are there in your building? There are
There are four
in
floors in
my
this building.
in this building. Very good. Is Japan near England? Is Japan near England? No. Japan
No, Japan
isn't near
isn't near the
England.
England.
Uh, isn't near England.
Isn't near England.
It's far from England.
It's far from England.
Yeah, we only use the for a country if it's plural, like the Philippines, the United States of America, the Netherlands. But for singular, no the. Okay, England,
Okay.
Japan, France, like that. Next, is France further from England than China? Is France further from England than China? No, France
No,
isn't
France
further
isn't
from
further
England
from
from
England
than China.
than
It's
China.
nearer
It's
England
near England
than.
than China.
Very good. Of these three countries, France, Greece, and Japan, which is the nearest to England? Of these three countries, France, Greece, and Japan, which is the nearest to England? Of those three
Of those
countries,
countries,
oh,
three countries,
France,
France,
Greece, and
Greece,
Japan,
Japan,
France is the
France
nearest
is the nearest
to.
to England.
Very good. And which of those three countries is the furthest from England? And which of those three countries is the furthest from England? Of those three
Of
countries,
those three countries,
Japan
Japan
is the
is the
from
farthest,
farthest from England.
farthest from England.
Very good. What do I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? What do I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? You say good
You say
afternoon to
good,
me.
Good afternoon to
at the
me
beginning of the lesson.
at the beginning of the lesson.
What do I say to you at the end of the lesson? What do I say to you at the end of the lesson? You say goodbye to
You say
me
goodbye
at
to
the end
me
of the
at
lesson.
the end of the lesson.
Does January come at the end of the year? Does January come at the end of the year? No, January
No,
doesn't
generally
come
doesn't
at the
come
end of the year.
at the end of the
It
year.
comes at
It
the beginning
comes
of the
at
year.
the beginning of the year.
Does Saturday come at the beginning of the week? Does Saturday come at the beginning of the week? No,
No,
Saturday doesn't
Saturday
come
doesn't
at the
come
beginning of the
at
week.
the beginning of the
It
week.
comes at the
It
end of the week.
comes at the end of the week.
Very good. Again, that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word. Okay, so repeat shine.
Shine.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word shine is a verb. For example, the sun shines during the day, whilst the moon shines during the night. Let's practice. Is the sun shining at the moment? Is the sun shining at the moment? Yes or no?
No,
The
the
sun
sun
isn't
isn't
shining at the moment.
shining at the moment.
Right? Does the
It-
sun shine during the night? Does the sun shine during the night? No, the sun doesn't
no, the
shine.
sun shine.
No, the sun doesn't
No,
shine
ah, no, the sun doesn't shine
during the night.
during the night.
Right? Can we see well during the night if the moon isn't shining? Can we see well during the night if the moon isn't shining? No, we can't
No,
see well
we can't
during the
see
night
where
if the
during the
moon
night
isn't shining.
isn't
If
shining.
if the moon isn't shining,
If the moon
isn't shining,
even isn't shining,
we see badly.
we see
Very
badly.
good. One more. No, we can't see
No,
well during the night.
we can't see well
During the night,
during the
if
night.
the moon isn't shining,
If the moon isn't shining,
we see badly.
we see badly.
Very good. Again, next repeat. Early,
Early,
late.
late.
Very good. Okay, listen. Late and early are both adjectives. They describing words. An example of the word early is I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get up early. No, that's too early. Late is the opposite of early. For example, I go to bed at 11 o'clock at night. It means I don't go to bed early, but I go to bed late. Let's practice. Do you go to bed early? Do you go to bed early? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't.
don't go to bed early.
I go to bed.
I go to bed late.
Very good. Do you get up late? Do you get up late? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't.
don't get up late.
I get up.
I get up early,
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Earlier than.
earlier than,
Later than.
later than.
Very good. Okay, listen. Earlier than is the comparative of early. For example, I get up at 9 a.m. My mother gets up at 6 a.m. My mother gets up earlier than I do. Later than is the opposite of earlier than. For example, my mother gets up at 6 a.m. I get up at 9 a.m. I don't get up earlier than she does. I get up later than she does. Another example, the pupils don't generally come into the classroom later than the teacher. They generally come into the classroom earlier than he does. Let's practice. Do the students generally come into the classroom later than the teacher? Do the students generally come into the classroom later than the teacher? No. The
No, the
students don't
students
generally come
don't generally
into
come
the classroom
into the
later
classroom
than the teacher.
later than the
They
teacher.
generally come
They generally
into
come
the
early
classroom
into the classroom
earlier than he does.
earlier than the earlier
Earlier
than
than
she does.
he does. Very good. Okay, next repeat. The earliest,
The earliest,
the latest.
the latest.
Very good. Okay, listen. The earliest is the superlative of early. For example, I get up at 9 a.m. My mother gets up at 6 a.m. My father gets up at 4 a.m. My father gets up the earliest in my family. The latest is the opposite of the earliest. For example, my father gets up at 4 a.m. My mother gets up at 6 a.m. I get up at 9 a.m. I don't get up the earliest in my family. I get up the latest in my family. Let's practice. Who gets up the earliest in your family? Who gets up the earliest in your family?
My wife
Gets
is
up.
the earliest.
My
Ah,
wife
my wife
gets up
gets
the
up
earliest
the earliest
in my family.
in my family.
Who gets up the latest in your family? Who gets up the latest in your family? My
My daughter
gets up
gets up
the
the
latest
the
in
latest
my family.
in my family.
Very good. Next, repeat. Light,
Light,
dark.
dark.
Very good. Okay, listen. Light is an adjective. For example, the sun shines during the day, so it's light during the day. Dark is the opposite of light. For example, it isn't light during the night, it's dark. Let's practice. Is it light during the night? Is it light during the night? No, it
No, it
isn't light
isn't right
during the night.
during the night.
It's dark
It's dark
during the night.
during the night.
Is it dark in there now? Is it dark in there now? No, it
Yes.
isn't dark.
No, and it isn't
Dark in here now.
dark in here now.
It's light.
It's right.
Can you see in the dark? Can you see in the dark? Yes or no?
No,
I can't
I
see in
can't
the dark.
see in the dark.
Very good. Next, repeat. Station.
Station.
Very good. Okay, listen. Station is a noun. It is a place where we can see a bus, a train, etc. For example, if we want to go to the next town by train, we must go to the train station. If we want to work, if we want to go to work by bus, we must go to the bus station. I'm living near the station. Let's practice. Do you live near a station? Do you live near a station? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I do.
live near the station.
Is the station far from there? Is the station far from there? Yes or no?
No,
The
the
station isn't
station
far
isn't
from here.
far from here.
It's near here.
It's near here.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Millionaire.
Millionaire.
Very good. A millionaire is a noun. A millionaire is a person who has £1 million or more. The names of some millionaires are Bill Gates, Elon Musk, etc. Let's practice. What's a millionaire? What's a millionaire? A millionaire is a
A
person
millionaire
who
is a
has a
person
million
who
pounds
has
or
a
more.
million pounds or more.
Tell me the names of some millionaires. Tell me the names of some millionaires, please. The
The
names
names
of
of
some
some
millionaires
millionaires
are
are Bill Gates and
Elon Musk,
Elon Musk,
you, me,
etc.
etc. Very good. Have you got as much money as a millionaire? Have you got as much money as a millionaire? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't
I haven't
have.
got
I haven't
as
got
much money as a
as
millionaire.
much money
As a
as millionaire.
I've got less money
I've got less
than a
money
millionaire.
than a millionaire.
Very good. Next, repeat very.
Very.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word very is an adverb. We use it before an adjective. So very and then adjective describing word. For example, Mount Everest is very high. There are very many people in China. My father gets up at 4 a.m. He gets up very early. Let's practice. Is Mount Everest very high? Is Mount Everest very high? Yes,
Yes,
Mount
Mount
Everest
Everest
very
is
high.
very high.
Are there very few people in China? Are there very few people in China? No, there
Yes.
aren't.
No, there aren't
Very few
very
people
few
in
people in
China.
China.
There are very
There
many
are
people
very many
in
people in
China.
China.
Is it very cold in Africa? Is it very cold in Africa? No, it
No, it
isn't
isn't
very
very cold in
in.
Africa.
It's very hot
It's
in.
very hot in Africa.
Is Japan very near England? Is Japan very near England? No,
No,
Japan isn't
Japan isn't very near
in England. It's
England.
very far
It's
from
very
England.
far from England.
Do you get up very early? Do you get up very early? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't get
get up
up very
very
early.
I get up late.
I get up
Yeah,
late.
but not that late. Do you speak English very well? Do you speak English very well? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't speak English very well,
but I speak it
but I speak
well
well.
enough.
Well enough.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Merry,
Merry.
happy,
Happy.
unhappy,
Unhappy.
sad.
Sad.
Very good. Okay, listen. The words merry, happy, unhappy, and sad are all adjectives. Merry means tanoshi in Japanese. Happy means the same as merry. And happy is the opposite of happy. Another word of unhappy is sad. For example, when we send cards to our friends at Christmas time, we generally write a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year inside the card. Let's practice. What message do we generally write inside a Christmas card? What message do we generally write inside a Christmas card? The message
Due to the
we
message
generally write
we generally
inside
write
a Christmas card
inside the
is
Christmas
a
card
Merry
is
Christmas
a Merry
and a
Christmas
Happy New Year.
and unhappy
A
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
A Happy New Year.
Very good. Okay, now let's move on to reading.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So our reading is at stage 2, page 101. Last headword was fewer than. Okay, start with page 102. Watch.